Hey, it's Tom. I'm going to review a knife here that, boy, I really wish I could have got out in the woods with. But it's just not happening. Okay? It's another off-grid knife, but it's not a folder. This one is a fixed blade. Let's start with the sheath. Now, the sheath is your typical pancake Kydex. It's got a lot of nice lashing points. I like lashing points on sheaths. Now, the belt loop is a plastic number, and you slide your belt in here and I guess down along that sheath, which would kind of hold it tight to wherever you put it. And it is held in with these 2 Chicago screws. So literally you could take them off and turn the knife around ambidextrous, use it on your left side. I'm left-handed, so that would work for me. Good Kydex, I like it. I'm not a big fan of Kydex sheets, but hey, this one works. Now for the knife. This is the off-grid, I forgot the name because I'm having one of them days. Backcountry. Give a good look at that knife. Now I have to say that if I wasn't going to use my custom blades when I hit the woods, this knife it's impressive enough I would take this. This knife has impressed me as much as the Gerber Prodigy has, and that's saying so. Sharpness on the knife. Nice and sharp. Now don't forget, these knives, I have them and I'm reviewing them, but somebody else has had them before me, so a lot of them aren't exactly, nail biting sharp. So this is a 9 1/4 inch overall, 4 9/16 inch blade. The smaller knife. It would work for your bushcrafting, your hunting, fishing, survival. And there's some, mainline survivalists doesn't use anything bigger than this. Matter of fact, some of them even use smaller than this. But the curve of the blade is it's got a nice belly for skinning, and it's got a lot of weight reduction here. But you know what this would be good for if you had a fleshing beam. That's about a 3-inch tree. On a fleshing beam, you'd be able to get there. 90 degree is not the greatest, but it can be fixed. But this would be great on a fleshing beam. Now, the knife itself is D2, Cyro D2, which means it was frozen, treated. G10 handles on this is amazing. They're good and grippy, but there's no hot spots when I squeeze it. Nice little built-in finger choil right there. Now see, this is what I try to tell people with other knives. See how far I can choke up on that handle? The blade is right here. You don't need a choil on a knife. All you need is the blade to be properly ground, down where it needs to be, and enough meat on that knife to where you can get a good purchase on it, and the blade's right there at your fingertips. You don't need a choil. This knife is back end balanced, so your front end is total control. Everything is in your hand. You get that curve also works nice to get your finger in to do some skinning. You can choke up on the knife, get your fine work done. It's held together by 3 Allen set screws, so if you know somebody who's really good at woodworking, you can have custom scale made for it. It's got a lanyard hole in the back, and it is a full tank. It's looks like 5/32. There's a little bit of jimping on the back here for your thumb. It's not aggressive, but it does work. The only complaint I have about this knife is it's beefy thick. So when you wrap your hand around it, you don't get a really good purchase. And I would imagine with a lot of work, see this right here is hitting the inside web of my hand and hurting it already. That's nothing that can't be fixed with some sandpaper or Dremel tool, anything like that. You can just round these edges off, around the handle, make it less blocky. That's what it is. It's blocky like an Ontario, but it'd be less blocky for you. But man, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the fact, if I was in the position for a new knife, this would be a knife I'd definitely be looking at. Now, since it is D2, like I said in one video, I researched a little bit, and D2 does have a high stainless content, so it won't. I'm thinking it won't rust as fast. It's going to take a wicked edge. The hardness on these knives are 58 to 60, I believe it was. It's going to take a wicked edge. It's going to hold it. But I'll tell you what, for a woods knife, anybody going out, now for me, deep woods means big blade, which we'll be looking at one soon. But these knives, I mean, for hunting, fishing, camping, even deep woods insertions or excursions, if you if you don't mind a smaller blade, there it is. Kind of wish I owned this. I might just buy one. So anyway, this is Tom. I'd like to thank you for your time and your patience. And off-grid knives, Backcountry. They also make another one. It's I don't know. It's a black one. It's a nice knife. Basically same blade shape. But this one here is worth taking a look at. It's a beauty. So this is Tom, and thank you for your time and your patience. Hope you like this whole thing with all these off-grid knives. Edge retention is beautiful, no wiggle. And don't forget to share it out and tell your friends. So that's the off-grid knife Backcountry. So, okay, you guys stay safe out there and, COVID-free. And we will see you guys on the next one.